Are you feeling less energetic or noticing more aches and pains as you're getting older?
Oh, you better believe it. I just turned 60. Oh, I'm going to be 63 this year, but staying healthy when you get over 60 is more than just exercise. There are other simple habits every day. We're going to go through 10 of them, and will definitely make you more energetic, feeling better. And what else, Mike?
And I just want to hear an intro song, so let's go listen to it.
There you go.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Welcome to the Bob and Brad channel, the most famous physical therapy team on the internet.
Well, in our opinion, of course, and if you are new to our channel, we like to make videos on how to keep you healthy, fit, and pain-free. And if you're new to our channel, like this video, please make sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
'Cause we can't talk and we do a lot of single takes, so we're kind of weird.
And I can't sing, but let's go to the first one. Now, these 10 are not in order top to bottom as far as importance. Just listen to them and think about it. We'll give you some good background on them. Number one is prioritize your sleep.
Yes, when you sleep, you are actually repairing your muscles, you are repairing your memory, and you're also boosting your energy. So typically they recommend getting about 7 to 9 hours a night. I often try to shoot for 8. I could survive on 7 for a while, but I do notice if I get 6 or less, I'm not as spunky.
And another important thing about sleep habits is try to be consistent day to day. If you're doing a 10 o'clock sleep, get up at 6. See if you can keep that consistent. I remember recently I got to bed at 2 a.m. because my nephew forced me to. We were having a little campfire. It threw me off for about 4 days.
Oh, God.
Anyways, yeah, it was a problem. So what about staying hydrated?
Number 2 is staying hydrated. Make sure you're getting plenty of water. This helps with digestion, supporting joint lubrication, meaning you move better. It also helps you have a better blood pressure, and it keeps your energy levels steady throughout the day. Now, this can be done many ways. Some foods naturally have water in them. Certain vegetables and fruits do. Liquids like water, coffee to a point. There's a lot of arguing back and forth if caffeine dehydrates you or not, but then there's also looking at the water within it is still hydrating, so it's a catch-22, I guess.
Yeah, now I'll give you an example. I read a book about health and nutrition, and this is what I got from it. Every day when you get up first thing in the morning, go to the sink, drink 2 full glasses. I drink 2 full glasses of 16-ounce water every day. Then I actually drink some more later than that. Today I've already had almost 50 ounces of water, including my coffee.
And that's why when you get here, you run to the bathroom.
That's exactly right. But you get things moving in your system. It's amazing how it wakes me up, and I feel better as a result. Get the water in the morning.
Number 3 is eat protein-rich foods. Now, you can do this many ways, whether it is through meat, eggs, dairy. If you are vegan or vegetarian, there's plenty of plant-based protein options. But typically, as we get older, it's harder to maintain your muscle mass. There are things like sarcopenia, which is muscle loss, very common in the elderly demographic. So it's important to keep eating protein as you age because you just don't digest as much of it, so you may need to up your intake.
That's right. Get some books, do some research on it, talk to your doctor, find out what works best for you. But get the protein going, keep going through your system.
Number 4.
Number 4, maintain a balanced diet.
Now, obviously, most people, it's fine if you eat fruits, vegetables, typically whatever grain tolerance you can have. You know, if you're more diabetic, you have to not eat as many carbs. If you don't have diabetic issues, you can typically have more carbohydrates. But making sure you're getting good healthy fats, proteins, and carbohydrate sources is pretty generally a good idea. Eating less processed foods, obviously, because most of the time you overindulge in them and then you become inflamed and you don't feel as good.
Yeah, it's like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, there's a lot of sweets, a lot of fun things to eat. That's when I notice my body talking to me. Get away from that. So January, I start all over. I'm doing okay the rest of the year. But anyways, didn't you say diet and nutrition is kind of like one of those topics that's very controversial, and it's kind of like,
Yes, everyone has their own opinion on it, and we're not here to preach one eating style versus another, but I'd say in general, if it's a whole ingredient food, whether it's from an animal or a plant, you're probably better off than something that has 20 different ingredients on the list. I feel like that's a good general rule of thumb.
this next one can absolutely take the life out of your body. It's going to make you live less long. And it is.
Managing your stress levels. Obviously, if you have a high stress type job or home environment, you need to look at those things and reassess them and fix them. So things, if you can't do that necessarily immediately, that can help is things like meditation, deep breathing, or just enjoying some type of healthy hobbies that help lower your blood pressure and improve your mood. Oftentimes for me, that is doing something creatively with either music or exercising. Oftentimes puts me in a lot better mood.
Right. For me, exercise is key. My wife will tell you when I get a little stressed out and I say I'm going to go for a run, she says, you better go. She's very happy that I get out and exercise. I'm a much better person to live with when I get done with my exercise. That's my personal way to do it.
A lot of people just getting outside.
Yeah.
If you're stuck inside most of the day, whether you're at home or at the office, I can get tired and lethargic from doing YouTube videos most of the day or prepping for them. So going out and walking my dog also really helps.
Yeah, outside is good.
Which I think goes into our next point.
Keep walking. Walking is a great exercise. If you can't walk, that's a problem. But most people are able to, whether it's a walker, cane, if you need assistance.
Yes, regular walking keeps your heart strong. It keeps your joints flexible, and it helps boost your energy. Like I said just a few seconds ago, when I'm tired, I go for a walk and I wake right up.
There you go.
Pretty simple. I don't think we need to get much more into depth than that. Distance-wise, do what you can handle and still feel healthy with your joints and not feel like you're going to fall over.
There you go. So stay socially connected. You know, I've realized as I get older in the last few years, I don't care if I see people as much as I used to. You know, it's like I'm fine being by myself, but I think maybe it's good for that. I should start seeing.
I would
people.
say when I do things socially with friends versus isolated by myself, I'm typically in a better mood. You get that camaraderie, you get that discussion happening. I've done a lot of marathon training by myself, and recently I've done half marathon training with some friends, and it's kind of refreshing, if I'm being honest. Or working out at home versus working out at the gym. Just sometimes that environment, I tend to train harder because there's more people around.
Yep, there you
and
go.
to motivate you, but just staying socially connected in any way. This can be just calling a family member or friend. This can be a game night. This can be anything, because sometimes when you get self-isolated, it can lead to loneliness or depression, which can often affect your cognitive health as well. So get out there and keep talking to people.
There you go.
This is very common on, those people you'd see that live in remote areas, and they come to the senior living facility, whatever it is, and they just brighten right up because they get that social interaction. I met a lot of them. Are you going to be one of them?
No, I'm going to stay home and stare at the trees. I'm just kidding. I will be. I'll continue. So what are we? Talk about bone health. This is big. Osteoporosis, osteopenia, and when your bones get weak, they fracture easier, changes your life dramatically in a negative way. So keep your bones healthy.
Now, this can be done through obviously having adequate amounts of calcium and vitamin D. There are lots of different sources for that. If you are fine taking dairy, that's a pretty good source. Otherwise, there are plant-based options as well. And weight-bearing or resistance training is very beneficial for bone health. So walking helps with that. Resistance training, that can be body weight exercises, that can be bands, that can be weights, often help build bone density as well.
Right. There's a lot of videos on bone density exercises. The big thing is keep moving with weight bearing. So the only exercise I can think of that doesn't help osteopenia a lot is swimming, because there's no weight bearing, but swimming's a great exercise.
Yeah, it's still very beneficial for joint health.
Yep.
Number 9 is keeping your mind active. Now, that means working on projects. So maybe you're into carpentry, maybe you're into music, maybe you just like puzzles. My grandmother always played piano and she liked crossword puzzles, and that's what she did to try to keep her mind sharp. And my dad actually started doing crossword puzzles, but he's getting kind of old too. So
What do you mean? He's only 72. He's a young man.
but it just keeps your mind engaged. It helps with those neurological synapses. I know that's a big weird term, but basically it keeps you thinking. The less you think, the more your brain essentially degrades over time.
Yeah, it's like keeping the rust out, keep things moving, puzzles, games, all those things.
What's your favorite thing to keep your mind
It's
active?
certainly not board games. I don't like that.
Woodworking? You like woodworking?
Well, I do like that. I like going out in my garage, and I always have a project to work on, maintaining my boat, cleaning things up, getting ready for another project that's coming up on the house.
See new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, everyone has their own thing.
Now, tip number 10 to staying healthy as you age is just listening to your body. Obviously, if you're having a lot of pain, fatigue, or stiffness, just pay attention to it. And whatever you're doing that is causing it, try to get in a routine that will make you feel better. Some people, you're doing too much, you need to do less. Some people, you're not doing enough, and you need to start moving more. So it's going to depend upon you individually.
That's right, especially with arthritis. You wake up, you're stiff and you're painful, and you step on your ankle. Oh, that hurts. You don't know if you should keep going or not. Learn your body. There's times when you need to push through the pain and it gets better, and there's times where you're going to push through the pain and actually go backwards. And that's an individual thing. So work with that, and typically more motion is better, but not too aggressive.
So those are your 10 simple ways to stay healthy as you age, especially after age 60. I hope you found it informative, as we did. I guess I'll have to start practicing this when I'm getting older, but I just observe my parents.
Yeah,
for now.
what are you, 32?
No, yeah, I like how my number keeps getting smaller every time.
Yeah. So we talked about walking. So we added a video on here on walk better instantly, the move every senior should try. So this is about changing your walking pattern so it's easier on your joints and make life a little better all around.
Well, thank you for watching. And, I don't know if these can fix most things, but it can't fix what?
A broken heart.
I messed up that
step
ending
in the right
line.
direction, I think.
I screwed up that ending line. But anyway, you get it. Okay, thanks for watching.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.